Hello everyone. Appreciate your effort in taking some time out to update your skills. Let's quickly jump into today's topic, which is Amazon Workspaces. So before going to what is Amazon Workspace, let me explain you what is VDI. So VDI is virtual desktop infrastructure. So this is basically hosting of a desktop environment on a central server. So it is a kind of a desktop virtualization. So as a specific desktop image which is running within the virtual machines will be delivered to the end clients over a network. So the endpoints can be PCs or tablets or any other client terminals. There are two types of VDIs. So one is persistent, the other one is non-persistent. So in persistent VDI, a user always logs into the same desktop image with all the changes to its applications and data retained. So this will allow a complete full a personalization for the user. So each time he logs in, he actually gets the same desktop image with all the changes saved. When coming to the non-persistent media, it doesn't save any of your changes. So the end client can be connected to the same desktop every time, or it can be some of the randomized one from the pool. So this is how the VDI works. So once the user sends the request for a desktop image via the broker, it is getting connected to the virtual machine on which the desktop images are hosted. So one of the desktop images will be picked up from the pool and it will be sent to the user using the protocols like PC over IP, RDP, and BLAST and made available to the user, of course. So coming to Amazon Workspace, so this is one of the services that is provided by AWS. So Amazon Workspace is also a desktop computing service. It is a kind of desktop virtualization, but this is in the cloud. That is the basic difference. So it allows the customers to provide cloud-based desktops to the end users. So it will deliver you the desktop experience either with a few clicks by using Amazon Management Console, or you can go for using a command line interface, or you can use a API. So we can launch both Microsoft Windows or Amazon Linux desktop within minutes. And you can connect it from an on-premise or an external network very securely, reliably, and quickly. We can deploy our applications to the workspaces by using existing on-premises tools like your SSAM, Puppet, or Ansible. There are few requirements for you and a few components that are required to deploy your workspace successfully. So the first thing is that you need a client application. So it actually supports few of the client devices. So you can actually, for example, is your laptop. So you need an application for that so that you can actually install and access your workspace. You need a directory service to authenticate the users and provide access to the workspaces. So Amazon actually supports a few options for configuring your active directory. So you can actually use a Microsoft AD, or you can go for using your on-premise active directory. Then you need a VPC. Obviously, you need a VPC to set up a network on which your Amazon workspace will actually be running. So you'll need at least minimum 2 subnets for the Amazon workspace deployment, because each AWS directory service construct requires 2 subnets in the multi-availability deployment just to ensure availability. Then coming to the architecture of Amazon workspaces, similar to the VDI, when the user sends a request for a desktop image over the internet, first thing what happens, it actually gets authorized onto the AWS consoles. For authorization, the request actually passes through the authorization or the session gateway, which in turn connects through the active directory that you've associated with your network. So it verifies the user credentials with the active directory and then passes it onto the streaming gateway, which in turn picks up the workspaces that is configured for that particular user ID, and it will be transferred over the streaming gateway using the protocols back to the users over the internet. So this is how basically a user get access to the workspaces. So regarding the details of how to install the workspace and how the practical session, I will actually be taking in the next video. So coming to the features which actually makes it different. So first one is that you can scale up and down very quickly by using Amazon Workspaces. So you can launch thousands of desktops in seconds. So actually, we can actually launch 20 workspaces simultaneously at once using Amazon Workspaces. It doesn't require many resources on the user side. All the heavy work is done in the cloud. It's very secure because you don't store any user data in the any data in the user devices, and also the data is encrypted in transit and addressed. It's very responsive And you have Active Directory integration for faster user grouping strategies and access control. And it can be accessed almost over any devices. It can be Windows and Mac desktops, or it can be laptops, tablets, Chromebooks, Android tablets, Fire tablet, and even simply through Chrome or Firefox or any other device. Thanks for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if it was really helpful. Hoping to see you soon. Thank you.